Imagine walking into your local library, but instead of rows of books, there's just one massive tower of paper stacked so high it could crush the building. Now imagine all of that is just one website, Wikipedia.so. What if you actually tried to print Wikipedia? Let's start simple. Wikipedia isn't just one book. It's millions of articles written in hundreds of languages, updated every single day. But if we focus only on the English version, the biggest one, you're looking at over 6.7 million articles. Okay, so how much paper is that? A single printed book page can usually hold about 500 words if you squeeze them in. Now, Wikipedia's English version contains around 4 billion words. Divide that out, and you'd need roughly 8 million pages. That's not a shelf of books. That's more like an entire warehouse of books. All right, let's put that in perspective. A typical novel is maybe 300 pages. Wikipedia would be like printing 26,000 novels back to back. If you stack those pages straight up, the tower of paper would reach almost 3 miles high. That's taller than Mount Kilimanjaro, or like balancing 15 Empire State Buildings on top of each other. And remember, this is just the English Wikipedia. Add in the other languages, and the pile gets at least 5 times bigger. Now, let's talk about the printer. Even a good office printer can do maybe 30 pages per minute if it doesn't jam, catch on fire, or run out of toner. At that rate, printing the English Wikipedia would take about half a year of non-stop printing. That's 24/7, never sleeping, never breaking down. But printers aren't magical. They get cranky. They jam when you look at them wrong. Realistically, it might take closer to a year or two with constant maintenance. And then there's the ink. Printing all those words would eat through around 16,000 ink cartridges. If you bought them at office supply store prices, the ink bill alone could hit $500,000, which is kind of funny because Wikipedia itself is free. So maybe you think, fine, I'll just bind it into books. That's what books are for. Let's say you put 1,000 pages per volume. That's a huge book, thicker than most textbooks. But let's be generous. You'd still end up with 8,000 volumes. That's more than double the number of books in a typical small-town library. And you can't exactly carry that around in your backpack. Here's where it gets messy. Wikipedia never stops changing. Articles are updated thousands of times per hour. The moment you print it, it's already out of date. You could spend a year printing, and by the time you finish, whole new sections would be missing. World events, sports scores, random celebrity drama, it would all be outdated before the ink even dried dots. So you'd either have to keep reprinting volumes forever, or just accept that your Wikipedia library is basically a giant time capsule now. Here's the big reveal. If you actually tried to keep Wikipedia updated in print, you'd never finish. Every month, people add roughly 20 million new words to Wikipedia. That's like a whole extra set of novels being written continuously. Even with an army of printers, you'd be chasing a finish line that keeps sprinting away from you. And the worst part, nobody would want to read it because it's easier, faster, and far less dusty to just type something into the search bar. So, what's the takeaway? Printing Wikipedia would give you a mountain of books, cost you a fortune, and be outdated almost instantly. The real genius of Wikipedia isn't that it could be printed, it's that it doesn't need to be. It's alive, constantly updating, and always right there in your pocket, which means the best way to carry all of human knowledge isn't in a warehouse full of paper. It's in a tiny glowing screen you already have. Thanks for going down this rabbit hole with me. If you liked this little thought experiment, hit that like button. Leave a comment with your own what-if idea. And don't forget to subscribe for more weird science-wide adventures, because next time, we might just ask, what if the internet itself had a weight?